Hello my friends, and welcome to A Safe Space. Today we're going to be talking about journaling. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 different forms of journaling and why I believe that each one can be beneficial to your life in its own way. The reason I believe journaling is so powerful and why it can make such a positive difference in your life is because we have like a million thoughts a day, right? But how often do we actually sit down and process those thoughts? For most people, not very often, if ever. So journaling allows you to get in touch with your inner world, with your feelings and with your thoughts. And it allows you to translate those feelings and those thoughts on a piece of paper where you can visibly see and you can process through these things and gain more clarity on yourself and on your life. And also the main reason why I've been enjoying journaling so much lately is because something that I struggle with a lot is having a lot of anxiety-ridden thoughts. And what I started telling myself recently was, how about instead of thinking incessantly, how about I just write? That seems a lot healthier than going around in circles in my head all day about things. So that's what I've started to do recently. So as you'll see, each different form of journaling does have its own benefits and its own purpose, but I would say that that is the main reason why I think that journaling can make a positive difference in everyone's lives. And that is exactly why I'm sharing this video with you today. The first form of journaling that we're going to be talking about today is simply documenting your life. I bought a journal specifically for doing that. And as you'll see, I kind of have a different journal for each of these purposes. You don't have to do that, but I found that when getting specific journals for specific things, it inspired me to write so much more. It made the world of a difference. And also because the journals I got are so pretty, and obviously you don't have to get an expensive journal. You can literally go to the dollar store and buy your journals there. But I always say that the things that I am okay with spending money on are the things that I think will genuinely improve my life or improve myself. Those are always the best investments, is things that will improve yourself or your life. So sorry to go on that mini tangent. I just wanted to explain that really quickly. But yes, okay, so journal form number 1 is documenting your life. So just writing about really anything that's on your heart, whether you want to just write about your day or just simply writing whatever thoughts you're having, no matter what they're related to, because obviously no one else is going to read this. And the benefits to documenting your life are, for one, obviously that you can look back on these things in the future, which is honestly priceless. Thinking about 10 years from now and me having this journal about the days in my life when I was in my early 20s, thinking about that is so precious and special to me, and I cannot wait to look back on this. Not only do I write about my days in this journal, but I just write whatever thoughts that I'm having, even things that I'm going through. This is literally an inside look into my brain at this time in my life. So that's just going to be so incredibly valuable to look back on when I'm older. But the other reason, the other benefit of documenting your life is to notice patterns. You may notice that often you have a much better day or a much worse day depending on the things that you do that day. So you might start noticing patterns in your journal of what you did that day and how it made you feel. The second form of journaling that we're going to be talking about today is venting or releasing. I also do that in this same journal. So you don't have to get crazy. You don't have to get like 5 different journals, okay? But I do that in this journal as well because once again, it's just how I'm feeling that day. It's just kind of working through my thoughts. Now, this form of journaling is so incredibly helpful. It is so helpful. It is so healing because think about the times that you are in such a rut or you're so angry at someone or you're so depressed. Whatever you're going through, usually you just go crazy inside your mind. And that can feel so lonely and so hard to work through at times. But such a simple way to work through these issues and to feel at least slightly better about them is to literally just pick up a piece of paper. If you don't have a journal, pick up a pen and write what you are feeling because no one is going to see it. So this is your way of completely venting and releasing about anything that you need to. I cannot tell you how much this has helped me lately. Even last night, I was going through something that was really hard to deal with. and it was bothering me all night. I was not able to stop thinking about it. So I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna write about this in order to clear my mind. When you do this, you're also able to find solutions as to how you can either improve this situation that you're going through or accept it. Whether you can change your own attitude about the situation or whether you can actually change the situation itself with your actions. But even if you don't work through the solutions of it, it helps so much just to release it. The third form of journaling that we're gonna be talking about today is what I call creative flow. So this can be any ideas that you have, any projects that you're working on, any ways in which you are inspired to create. Now, this was so exciting for me when I bought a creativity journal. This is my designated creativity journal. Anything goes in this journal creativity-wise. Maybe I'm inspired by another person's creation that I saw and I want to make something similar to it, then I might jot that down. Maybe you want to write a story, a fictional story, or maybe you want to write a song or write a poem. Maybe you have an idea for a future brand that you want to create. Maybe you don't even believe in this idea. Okay, but like it just feels good to write down your ideas. The benefits of doing this is simply that we are meant to create. Humans are meant to create. Almost nothing feels better than creating because we're not meant to just sit around and consume and not do anything. We are meant to use our bodies and use our hands and use our imagination to create and release our creations into the world. Another benefit to this, which is honestly a benefit to all of these forms of journaling, but this allows you to discover more things about yourself, to connect more with yourself and cultivate more authenticity. The fourth form of journaling can be scripting or setting intentions for your life. Once again, I have a specific journal for this. This is my manifestation journal. And this one's fun because I may write my affirmations in it. I may script in here about what I want my future to look like. I may write all of my goals, desires, intentions in here. And the benefits to doing this, well, there are honestly so many benefits, but the main benefits is that it's inspiring. So much power lies within the simple act of writing down our desires, writing down our goals, writing down our intentions and how we are going to get there, what we want our lives to look like, and who we want to be as a person. There is so much power in that. And it can provide you with so much hope and encouragement because it allows you to feel like you have some form of control over your life circumstances. And it can allow you to feel like such a powerful individual who can take charge of their life. It also helps if you feel stuck in a situation that you're really unhappy in. If you can just open a journal and write about your dream life, it's almost as if it takes you into that dream life for a second. Jim Carrey always talks about how back when he had nothing and he had absolutely no fame or recognition, he would visualize himself being honored and recognized. He would visualize himself being wanted by all of these movie production companies. He would open his arms and visualize gifts and fortune and wealth being poured into him. So if you're someone who feels very stuck in a situation that's making you really unhappy, it feels so good to just start writing a new story for yourself. And the fifth and final form of journaling that we are going to be talking about today is shadow work / reflection. I could make an entire video on shadow work, and I actually have before, but it is an older video, so I don't remember how confident I am in that video. You can give it a watch if you would like, but I do plan on making a more updated video on shadow work itself. But just to give a little brief explanation, this basically would entail bringing to light things that we may have been suppressing, or traits about ourselves that we may have been not able to look at before. For example, asking yourself a question and being completely honest about the answer. Maybe asking yourself, what holds me back the most from being happy in life? Or what am I most insecure about myself? This allows you to bring your darkness to the light in order to work through it and possibly even overcome it. Because when we suppress things, there's absolutely no way to make them better. We actually make them worse by suppressing them. This also allows you to understand yourself better and break unhealthy patterns and paradigms. Maybe you have unhealthy beliefs that aren't serving you, but they're so ingrained within you that you haven't even realized how much they're actually controlling your life and controlling the way that you view life. So this is what shadow work and self-reflection is all about. So that is all I have for you today. Those are the 5 forms of journaling. And as you can see, they're all beneficial in their own ways. Feel free to pick up any one of them that resonates or that you feel could benefit you in your life right now. Leave a comment below if there's anything that you would like to add to this. Maybe there's another form of journaling that has helped you, or maybe you have any questions or just thoughts that you would like to share. Feel free to share them in the comment section. I love to continue the conversation. If this video resonated or added any value to you, it would mean the world to me if you gave it a like, because that really does help support me and my channel. And if you would like to see more of my content, I would absolutely love to have you a part of my safe space community. Anyone is welcome here, and I love you already. But other than that, I really hope that I see you in my next video. Blessings to you all.